Government of India, under the able leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, launched a very ambitious, faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electrical vehicles in India program in 2015. The scheme is one of the green initiatives of the Government of India to promote hybrid and electrical technology in road transport so as to reduce dependence on fossil fuels and will be one of the biggest contributors in reducing pollution as well as reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. We have improved further this scheme and we are now supporting various states in this program. We supported deployment of 425 electrical buses in about 9 cities which are operational. Sanctioned projects for setting up 520 charging stations like Bangalore, Chandigarh, Jaipur, NCR of Delhi, major highways such as Delhi, Chandigarh, Mumbai, Pune, Delhi, Jaipur, Delhi, Agra, etc. Out of these 520 charging stations, 392 charging stations have already been installed. Because there is a situation whether chicken comes first or egg comes first. Whether charging stations is the requirement of faster adoption of electrical vehicles or whether vehicles are important to ensure that charging stations also survive. And there is a big challenge of battery storage faster and faster charging. And therefore, Science and Technology Department has also created a grand challenge through a grand challenge to innovators to come out with solutions. And that is what is very important and future looking. Today we have more than 300,000 electrical vehicles people are using. I myself am using the electrical vehicles and which runs good. But yes, there is an issue of higher costs at this stage. But as the demand grows and as the technology improves, I am very sure that it will be very feasible and the prices will come down like what we have seen in renewable energy. I remember vividly that 15-20 years ago when the renewable energy first started, the cost of 1 kilowatt was 19 rupees. Today, the auction has given us 1 rupees 90 paisa for 1 kilowatt. So this is how demand and supply plays up. And I am very sure that this is going to pick up very soon than later. We have millions of e-rickshaws throughout the country which are battery operated. We have millions of two-wheelers also. People are using these electrical scooters for nearby work and they are very robust now, the designs, and there are no complications of maintenance also. So, there is also innovation in building a heavy vehicle with the battery storage and battery operated heavy vehicle. It will be a great boon. Modi government launched in 2019 a second phase of FAME scheme with outlay of 10,000 crore for the period of 3 years. And we have sanctioned 6,265 electrical buses to 65 cities. But let me also make an announcement that now henceforth we'll deploy electrical buses in million plus cities, 9 big cities, so that the whole benefit cycle comes to a reality and there is constant demand for all these electrical buses. Wherever electrical buses are used, I have seen that it is very comfortable to the passengers, it is very easy to operate, and even very easy to maintain. You can charge batteries in night and you can run throughout the day at all routes that are given. So, we have also built now 2,877 charging stations. We have sanctioned in 68 cities. These charging stations will become feasible after a certain period, but we are subsidizing them. So, we think that as on 28 May 21, we have tremendous rising of e-vehicle demand, and electrical vehicles are growing in numbers. States have critical role to play in ensuring the success of this mobility transition. Zero emission vehicle, the movement is picking up throughout the world, and people are hopeful from India that we will be delivering. So, Modi government came out with yet another incentive to this e-mobility, and that was in the form of production-linked incentives for manufacture of advanced chemistry cells. This is a very important aspect of battery manufacturing in India and reducing the cost at all levels. So this will be a big boon to those who do it. Department of Science and Technology, as I said, has thrown grand challenge. Ministry of Housing has amended the model by building bylaws to establish charging stations and infrastructure in private and commercial building. So when charging facility will be available in the building itself, then people will be using it more. The Goods and Services GST Council has also reduced the GST on electrical vehicles from 12% to 5%. Ministry of Finance has committed to income tax deduction of 1.5 lakh on the interest paid on the loans taken to purchase electrical vehicles. Ministry of Road Transport will give green license and which are exempted from permit requirements. Ministry of Road Transport has also waived road tax on EVs, so thus the operating cost gets reduced. Road Transport Ministry has issued notification on 12th August that two-wheelers and three-wheeler electrical vehicles can be sold without battery pack. Because you need not invest, you can take batteries on rent and can run the show. The Central Board of Indirect Taxation and Customs has released a notification to reduce custom duty on electric vehicle components to 10-15%. A 10% import duty will be levied on a knockdown kit and 15% for pre-assembled kit. The Government of India has enabled the import and registration of vehicles complying with equivalent foreign and national standards. Friends, at the end, let me assure that India is on cusp of revolution of e-mobility. We will definitely continue this program with vigor. I'm sure that people also will start participating in large number as the economies work out. Nobody could imagine that we will be producing 450 gigawatts of renewable power, and it can be used to a good combination of fossil fuel-based power and renewable power. So, This we have made it possible in 10-15 years. We will not require 10-15 years to wait for the e-mobility revolution. We'll achieve it much faster. Thank you and all the best.